Hey, what's up, you guys? We're here for another episode of This Monster Wants to Eat Me. This is episode 2. I know there's the third episode, but I'll be getting to that probably a different day. I was going to binge all 3, but as you can tell, it's been a few days. Only a few, but don't worry, I will be getting to episode 3 really soon. Hopefully before episode 4, but I need to actually figure out what day these are releasing, because then I'll try to be on schedule, so... That way you at least know what to expect. Hanako should hopefully be soon, but there is one more thing I want to react to before that. Anyways, I'm excited to kind of jump in. As last time I stated, I have read the manga for this. I don't know if I've read the most recent chapters, but I know quite a lot. So this isn't like a blind reaction or anything like that. Still, though, for people who may not have read the source material, though I imagine a lot of you have, try to keep, if you want to comment anything, keep it, like, put a spoiler tag and then make sure people are aware. But let's jump right into the episode. I want to say I'm excited, but given the context of how this show is going to go, I'm a little scared as well. But let's go. In 3, 2, 1, now. I didn't click it. Now. I swear, man. Okay. Yep, okay. Very brief, quick recap. God, again with the minimal background, like, music. Like, very slow. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're gonna show us the smile again. Are you? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I've also listened to this opening an unhealthy amount. I will be doing like a, kind of like with Hanako, where I actually read through the lyrics. And since I'm not going to really be spoiling myself, I'm going to do that sooner rather than later. So, I don't know. If you're looking forward to that, let me know. But as it stands, we're going to see how she, you know, interacts with this mermaid that has said the goal is to eat her. Though there's a stall tactic of she's just not the best she can be, you know. She can get better, so she wants to hold out till then. Supposedly. So. And then we have more with Miko, maybe? Because we know that she was out of school again, as she messaged Hinako as for fever coming back, but... Okay, picking up immediately at coming in. Of course, that's like everyone's first topic. Yep. Miko's not going to be happy with you sitting where you're going. I'll have you know. Maybe. The effect of the, like ocean, almost like bubbles there, with the audio cue. Okay. That is the thing. What does go down in her mind here? To show up suddenly, make her declarations, and then suddenly become your classmate. Oh, and just hang around you with a fucking smile, just all cheery. You really had to analyze it? It's salad. Right? She gives such a cheery vibe here. Nothing just yet. Hmm? Okay. Yeah, it really is. I imagine she would. The music here while she's questioning that. I suppose. Like the maybe when she walked away. Hmm. Getting called on it very direct. Okay. This is how you're trying to explain it. Got it.
Hello. Huh? Goodbye.
You didn't follow that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good cook there, but Mm-hmm. I know, but it's not gonna happen though. The conviction there in her voice. Yep. Hmm. They're okay with waiting though. Yep. Miko's here. Yep. Yep. Who? Who are you? Okay, didn't look at the phone. Some random person's in your spot. Right in the front. Yep. Damn. That's cursed. Your old spot, yeah. Yeah, you never focus on class. Yeah, that sucks. If they do that too, I would know. It is cruel. I'm saying this like I was put in the front. Her eyes. Honed in. Very focused. Yep. Fury. Oh god. Oh no. Yep. A battle. A fierce battle. True. Try to be nice. Not optional. Oh god, always. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Let that slip a bit, huh? Oh, the concern for her. Well, obviously not for herself. feel like I got rejected. Damn. I imagine. Maybe. Mm-hmm. Are rare. Hmm. That's a true enough statement there. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, okay. We'll go with that cover. It's because you said you'd protect me. I mean, yeah, we know the truth, though. Extra tight grip. Okay, cool. Miko, you see your opening. Troublesome does not leave. No. Yep. She actually got to bring her to the store. Hmm. She was gonna try. True. I don't. They're never gonna know. Mm. Ah, miss. Mm. Now she's okay. Yeah, no, that was a bad trigger. Hmm. Not able to see her eyes. Yeah, there we go now. But yeah, turning it down. Mm-hmm. Again, having someone just always there, kind of having to drag her along too. And Miko just actively talking in these sequences, but yeah. Hmm. It's just stifling. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, that was such good delivery, but holy hell. Oh gosh, her face. Yep. The one willing to drag you out is here. I say willing as if Miko's willing, but she doesn't want to push it. Yep. Her eyes there. Everything. Yeah. Gosh, I hate that that's how it's gonna be to get her to go and do these things that are, and it's the end of the episode. Said I wasn't gonna watch episode 3, I was gonna watch something else. I might be a dirty fucking liar. You guys just won't get episode 3, maybe until the next thing, but... I'm so doing that. Fuck it. We're gonna... Not for you guys, I'm sorry. It's not gonna be a double reaction, but just know that episode 3 is getting recorded, probably. The second I'm done with this. Okay. But again, as I was saying before the episode so fucking really rudely cut me off, was the fact that the only thing that's making Hinako go and face this big, like, source of pain is the notion of, oh shit, I won't get to die and reunite with my family if I keep stalling. She says this is something I have to do, otherwise she's just not gonna, it's not gonna happen. And that is just so fucked up, right? Like, the sea of hope. Like, the fact that that's genuinely the sole drive is just so painful to watch, right? And they did it with both the other characters you see in this episode. We have Miko and Shiori at different times be like this anchor, right? Trying to keep Hinako moving forward, keep her moving. Whereas we just, even with them, like, it gets her moving, but her mind just gets, it falls further and further. Again, I think I vaguely mentioned last episode, obviously I can't put myself quite in her shoes in any regard. But with my own situations, I can relate to the thought of, wanting to be able to see them again, especially with recency for me. But, you'll also need to, she has a lot of survivor's guilt too, so that just fucks you up extra, no matter what the case is. But, it's like, you want to see them, but you need to get in your mind too that maybe what they want for you is to be able to continue on. They don't want you to, die and see, like, they want to see you. I'm sure that all of them up there want to give you a nice big hug, but that doesn't mean they want you to rush it. I don't know. That's literally the only thing that goes on in my mind when getting to hear her thoughts and see how far she's going and her soul drive just being to reunite with them. It's, I don't know. It really brings me back to the way I've thought sometimes. And yeah, that's why I might become a broken record. I do apologize if I ever become a broken record. It's just, this is a very this is a very rough subject matter, and we're gonna be living this reality with Hinako here. But yeah, it's like, as much as I'd love to see my dad, I know my dad would look at me and be like, "The fuck are you doing?" And I wish I was joking, but no, he probably would word for word say that. But okay. Enough about me. Let's kind of get into this with Shiori here, right? Hinako's just like, are you sure you really mean that you want to eat me? Like, why do you just walk away? You had an opportunity yesterday. Why is it you're now seemingly going through the effort of coming to my school and becoming a student? Right? Like, in her mind, it's like, I was right there. You could have just got me then. And Shiori's just expressing that now's not the right time. There's, like, I want you to grow a little bit, healthy. Healthy is her go-to. It's kind of funny, really, putting Shiori and Miko side by side. Because what you'll note is very much similarities in how they're going about taking care of Hinako, but it's just Miko on her side isn't going to be aggressive with her pushes, really. If she sees that, we see it in the episode, like, she sees negative feedback, she doesn't want to push it too much, like, force her into something that might make her even more uncomfortable, might be a little too much for her in the moment, so she'll back off. All she made sure to do was get her home, and then she said, "See you later, don't worry about it, it's all good." Whereas we have Shiori here, who becomes so aggressive when told no. Okay? You're right, Miko invited me, but I turned her down. I'm sorry, but you should, like, her face, and then just, nope. Yeah. I've taken it upon myself to take care of you until you reach your delicious peak. Which, according to Shiori, means going to this festival and all of that. And then cueing in, because she didn't completely, she liked the words of praise. Like, I didn't have to worry about the fact that apparently a bunch of yokai think I'm delicious and want to eat me. Because you're here, you'll protect me. They won't touch me. Like, obviously, she definitely enjoyed the praise. But she's smart. She definitely, from the look she was giving her while they finished walking, and then the extra tight grip when she was, pulling her back to class, she knows that's not the full story, but she just went along with it because in that moment it wasn't anything she needed to really fight. It was just like, okay, as long as you know, and just continue walking. But I do, once again, this whole scene with Miko here, because we do ultimately get to see Miko's face, but it's when she goes to talk. Because, she's, like, kind of spacing out, disassociating a bit. And it's just a shot. We don't see their eyes. Then you see her. I'm sorry. And just that very loose, small, like, barely there smile. Yeah, and the reaction quick. Like, oh shit. Yeah. And that's like, don't worry. Yeah. And throughout all of these, she gave in to letting Hinako go home, but the whole way there, she was like, actively, we see here, trying to talk to her, keep her attention, while unfortunately she was super honed in on everyone, preparing for this fun festival. Never letting go, but... She doesn't take offense. She's just worried, and I know that you're apologizing because you know she's worried, but you also don't want to abide by what she wants. She wants you to live. She wants you to be happy, and it's a big can of ow, no matter how you look at it. Because, we do get that little tiny bit of information when Shiori and Hinako are walking along, and she's talking about how she doesn't want Shiori to tease Miko too much because she's one of the only people who stayed with me, didn't act awkwardly or anything around me even after the accident. And she didn't mean to actually go and be open about the accident. It was a little slip of the tongue, but you can see while she's in such a dark spot, wishing for death, she really does treasure her friendship. Even going as far as to look at Shiori and be like, don't eat her, please. Like, don't do that. And Shiori goes and says, don't worry, she doesn't really seem that tasty, so not really gonna be going after her. Don't worry about it. No. But you do see, even with how remorseful she is, it's just, she's aware, but mentally unable to really agree or want for the same things as her friend. And even with Shiori, she doesn't necessarily want to do all of these things, but when the trump card of, I guess I won't be eating you ever then, comes in, that's when she's kind of forced into it. It's like this fucked up way. It's like, good, you got her to go out and, face one of the things that has been haunting her, but then when you look at the reasoning of why she did it, you're like, I don't know if I should be happy about this. It's such a back and forth on how I'm feeling. And it is funny, though. Poor Miko. So, with Miko's... I'm going to end this on a fun note. So, we're just going to talk about how poor Miko has to get treated at school. But when it comes to the seat, how she was put in the literally front and center because she's not paying attention, because she'd rather talk to Hinako. I had the opposite situation happen to me, so and then I've had this happen. At 50-50, it was a different class. In one class, I was in the front initially, but I was just so well behaved, they put me with my friends. Big mistake, but hey, loved it. And then another class, I don't even know why, but I was put front and center. Quite sad. But it is interesting how Shiori gets to stay right in front of Hinako. I guess, I don't know how they're doing their chart. Clearly they're doing Miko's chart based off her attention in class, But everyone else, it's just so crazy that those two got to chill in the far back, and, you know, they have their own little space over there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it mainly because I really want to get into the festival episode. And, you know, I did briefly talk about, honestly, some of the main points, which is the ending bits and just the immediate look into kind of the Shiori dynamic and Miko dynamic. Having similar means, like, we know that Hinako only made the lunch because Miko gets on her about not eating properly. And then instantly we had Shiori, after explaining why she's not going to eat her yet, go, well, here, I need to make sure you grow up and get all healthy here, so eat. But, you know, her mind went in other places, so Hinako didn't eat. But you saw that both of them, for their own reasons, try to get Hinako to eat. It backfired a little bit with Shiori's case, because I think the explanation really did just put her in a mindset where she wasn't going to touch the food. But we just see their little anchoring moments too, which we also get the fun dynamic of both of them definitely gonna feud over who gets Hinako's attention at any given moment in time. Will the war be won by either? Who knows? Honestly, I think they're gonna have to call a truce. I'm not sure they can go ahead and put that on Hinako. Hinako's not gonna really want to cause a fight between the two. And then, honestly, we shouldn't try putting that much stress on her over that type of deal, so there's that. But so I can actually get to everything I want to do, I'm going to be calling it here. Let me know your thoughts about this episode down below. Are you excited for episode 3? And, you know, I'm not going to be there yet, but are you excited for episode 4? How have you been enjoying it? I really like the soundtrack. I like their quiet moments, because while there is a lot of musical moments, there is a lot more, like, serious, like, tension building with the silence, with only, you know, like, the background, like, walking or the cicadas and all of that. So, has been really good. Yeah. If you like the video, give it a like, and if you want notifications of my random little silly updates, go ahead and subscribe. But until then, I hope you have a great day or night, whether you're watching this, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.